Attention passionate Seattle Seahawks fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Seattle Seahawks' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Seattle Seahawks fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Seattle SEAHAWKS fans. Let's get to the news folks. If you've been paying attention to the NFL landscape lately, you know that the NFC West is shaping up to be even more competitive than we initially thought this season. And one of the biggest stories right now, or should I say, one of the most intriguing rumors, involves the Seahawks and a potential blockbuster trade that could shake up the entire division. We're talking about the possibility of the Seahawks acquiring Montez Sweat from the Chicago Bears, and let me tell you, this isn't just some rumor floating around. The signs are pointing to this being a real game changer for Seattle's defense and their playoff push. Now, for those of you who follow the NFL closely, especially Seahawks fans, you already know that our pass rush has been a mixed bag this season. Mafe has been solid with an impressive PFF grade of 80. And we've seen flashes of brilliance from players like Derick Hall. But overall, our front seven could definitely use some reinforcements, especially someone with the explosiveness and consistency that Montez Sweat brings to the table. Sweat, who's just 29 years old, has been exploding with production in Chicago, and he's been one of those edge rushers who can change the game with his speed and relentless pursuit of the quarterback. Just a quick look at his stats. He's registered 11. 5 sacks in 2025, along with 36 hits, 48 pressures, and a win rate of 24%. That's among the top edge rushers in the league right now. Plus, he's got a PFF pass rush grade of 91.6, which is elite, and he's forcing turnovers with 4 forced fumbles this season alone. What's remarkable about Sweat is his durability. He's played every game without missing a snap, which is exactly what the Seahawks need. Consistency and durability from their pass rushers. His career totals include 52 sacks since entering the league in 2019, mostly as a burst off the ball, similar to the kind of edge speed we've seen from Danielle Hunter. Now, the Bears, sitting at 4-6, are in a tricky spot cap-wise. About $12 million in cap space and some pressing needs on their offensive line, especially with Caleb Williams on everyone's radar, and they're also prioritizing extending contracts for players like Johnson and Gordon. Gervon Dexter, a promising interior lineman with a PFF grade of 78. 4 and 6 sacks is also emerging as a key piece for Chicago's future. So it makes sense that they're looking to move Sweat. They're focusing on building around Caleb Williams and managing their cap. From the Seahawks' perspective, a trade for Sweat would be a massive upgrade. Our front seven currently ranks 17th in sacks with 28, but adding Sweat alongside Nwasu and Mafe could push us into a different stratosphere. We're talking about a combined projection of 42 sacks if we add Sweat to our existing pass rush. Imagine that, a defense that can consistently pressure the QB and force mistakes. And let's not forget the impact on run defense. Sweat's addition could boost our run-stop win rate by around 22%, reducing opponents' average yards per carry from 4.3 to one of the top 5 in the league. That's exactly the kind of upgrade we need to contend at a higher level. Looking at the comparison with our current edge rushers, Sweat and Nwasu combined have been generating 7.1 pressures per 100 snaps, with a win rate that's 26% better than our current top players. This would push us into the top 4 in the NFL for pressure rate, which is huge for a team aiming for the playoffs and beyond. It's a move that could turn our defense from good to elite, especially when you consider how disruptive Sweat can be against top-tier quarterbacks like Matthew Stafford. He's got the kind of speed and burst that reminds us of the 2010s Broncos with Miller and Ware, guys who could wreak havoc all game long. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. Right now, the Seahawks are sitting at 5-5, just on the cusp of that playoff picture. Our division rivals, the 49ers and Rams, are also competitive, but adding a player like Sweat could give us that extra edge we need to overtake them and establish ourselves as serious contenders. The NFC West has always been tough, but with this kind of upgrade, we could be looking at a serious shift in power. The Super Bowl odds have already started to move. Initially at plus 5,500, they've shortened to plus 1,700, showing that the betting markets are starting to believe in the Seahawks' potential. Sweat's ability to disrupt quarterbacks like Stafford, along with our existing pass rush, makes us a formidable force. It's like having windstorms coming off the coast, impossible to ignore and deadly for offenses trying to establish a rhythm. What makes this even more exciting is the timing of the trade. The deadline is approaching, and this could be one of those steals that teams look back on and say, "That's when the Seahawks took the leap." It's a move that strengthens our pass rush, makes us more unpredictable, and sets the stage for a deep playoff run. Pete Carroll and John Schneider are known for their shrewd moves, and if they pull this off, it could be a statement to the entire league that the Seahawks are not just here to compete, they're here to dominate. Seattle fans, imagine that. A defense that's relentless, and even more relentless. Sweat, combined with Mafe and Nwasu, could turn us into the NFC's most feared pass-rushing team. We'd be knocking on the Super Bowl door with a defense that can pressure any quarterback, force turnovers, and change the game in the blink of an eye. That's the kind of team we've been dreaming of, and it's within reach if this trade happens. In the grand scheme of things, this move could define our season. It's not just about adding a talented player. It's about transforming the identity of our defense and giving our offense more opportunities to capitalize on turnovers and bad throws. The Seahawks are on the brink of something special, and a trade for Montez Sweat could be the final piece to the puzzle. We've seen how a dominant pass rush can elevate a team. Think about the 2010s Broncos or the recent Eagles. This could be our moment to follow that path. Now I want to hear from you, Seahawks fans. What are your thoughts on this potential move? Do you believe Sweat can be the difference maker we need? Are you excited about the possibility of our defense turning into a nightmare for opposing QBs? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because your opinion really matters to us and to the future of the Seahawks. Remember, I'll be back soon with even more updates on this story and everything else happening in the NFL. Stay tuned, stay loud, and let's keep the Seahawks spirit alive. We're heading into an exciting chapter, and I can't wait to see what's next. Go Seahawks!